can't stop feeling me. I hope you're feeling me. You're feeling me. I hope you're feeling me. You're feeling me. I hope you're feeling me. You're feeling me. I can't stop feeling me. I hope you're feeling me. You're feeling me. You're feeling me. You're feeling me. I hope you're feeling me. You're feeling. I can't stop. I can't stop. I can't stop.
It's the microphone from Juliana. Because I am here, I see that you are talking in the Google Meet, but you are muted in the meeting. Hello everyone, and welcome to our opening live for the 7th edition of the GameJamPlus. In case you haven't heard about the GameJamPlus, it is the biggest competitive game jam development marathon in the world. And let's talk about a little more of this game dev community and why you need to be part of it. I am Sandra Castro Pinzon. I'm a business developer, game dev producer at Timba Games, ambassador of Women in Games, and an executive director for Tan Grande y Jugando. And of course, one of your hosts for today. This live is starting now and it's being broadcast on the official Game Jam Plus YouTube channel. So run and send the link to your co-workers, friends, and the person who is dying to join an amazing game jam, and of course, the game dev community. The last edition ended in July with a big ceremony and gorgeous ceremony in Rio de Janeiro, and it was an amazing experience. In the last edition, we had 49 cities, 281 projects, 1,100 jammers. That's like a really big number. And I come here today to invite you to be an organizer or a jammer in this new edition for the 2022-2023 Game Jam Plus. Now, let's look at this presentation together. Well, I will talk a little bit more about what is the Game Jam Plus, what is the Game Jam Plus community, and what can we expect for this 7th edition. Chan 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 chan. So for today we have our gorgeous presentation. This is a super great opportunity for you to know more about the Game Jam Plus. So if you haven't had any information or what is a Game Jam, the first thing that I have to say is a Game Jam. It's an event where, like, it's a hackathon, more like a space for you to develop games. But the Game Jam Plus is super different to other game jams because we are working for you to grow that idea to a real game that's going to be launched at the end of the project, of course. So our game jam is the largest game development marathon acceleration process in the world, built by a collaborative nonprofit movement. This is something that's international, collaborative. It has awards. You know what? It is also like best the best place for you to know more about mentorship and business route, so you know that your game is going to be a really good selling idea. That's awesome. The Game Jam Plus aims to empower the best games to become markable products attractive to investors. That's a long journey of like working super hard to carry these games and these ideas, to take these game developers that like they are joining to have the opportunity to create their game, to take them to a professional level and to have the opportunity to pitch the game. Super big. So let's talk about the numbers of the Game Jam Plus. You know, we have a lot of jammers. We have in total in these years 3,800 jammers, more than 30 countries with us. We have also made more than 800 games in more than 100 cities, and the game jam lasts at least 8 months. I know, no. Wait. Like, of course, the jam itself is 48 hours for you to create a game, but it's super important to know that you're not going to have that big number. Like 8 months is not all the way, of course. Yes, of course, there are jams that are super big and long, but this jam is for you to have an awesome weekend with your friends, like making a really good idea, and then you're going to be judged to go to the next level of your game development, right? As you can see, there is a little city over there in Colombia. That's my city, Bogota. We're looking for more organizers to be part of our locations. So if you want to be an organizer for your country, like, please contact us. We are growing this. Who already support us? So we are a big community. We are not working only for a few little. We are making this super big, and that is the companies that are behind us, knowing that we are making a real impact in the game dev industry. I would say that all the impact in the game dev communities that maybe don't have a really good strain like Africa or Latin America, it's having a really great opportunity for us to pitch our games to awesome publishers and to have the opportunity to take our ideas to other places. And well, behind us is Google, Tiling Point, Big Festival, Unity, All Correct, UNICEF, Rock in Rio, Psychop, Apex Brazil, Our Plan, BMOIP, Nuvem, Uber, Strategies, and a lot of more, right? Like we are growing up super fast. And you know what? this is not going to be made only by companies. This is made thanks to the help of our volunteers, our plus ones, our global team that produces the edition with all the care and dedication for you to be part as organizer and as a jammer. I would say I have never seen a community so diverse in the industry. I really love the opportunity to be there in Rio de Janeiro and to see it with my own eyes and to meet all the global team that was behind the production of this 8-month jam. Like you see, like that's super big. But of course, the other plus ones are the more than 1,000 of volunteers that support the game dev communities worldwide. Those local organizers that have to make the location work in their own cities. They have also co-organizers, staff, community managers, moderators, mentors, judges, guests. So there's a lot of opportunities for you to help your local game dev community and be part of the GameJamPlus. You not only need to be an organizer, you can put that task to someone else and be you the one that support that team that's going to create the games in your local game dev community. And so for the moment, I hope like I've been super interesting in my chat, but I'm going to present you someone that's going to give you more information. And before that, thank you very much for all the organizers that have been in our local teams. This is something that we all are making our like snowball to make it like bigger, like avalanche over there. So now I'm calling here to the screen Juliana Brito. She's the CEO and co-founder of Indie Hero, and she's working with the GameJamPlus fellow YLAI and with experience and companies such as DLR, PTB, and Empodera. Participated in the acceleration programs of a startup farm, Innovated Brazil, Shell Initiativa Home, pitch and business mentor at events such as NASA Talks, Entrepreneur DNA, Startup Weekend, Innova Brazil. That's bad said, right, Julie?
Yes.
Innovativa Brazil. My Portuguese is not that good, but well, who else can talk about her experience than our real awesome co-host that's over here? Chan 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 chan.
Hello, everyone. So nice to meet you all. I'm super happy to be here. Sandy, that was a great presentation. Thank you very much. And I would love to talk a little bit more about what we're planning to do for GameJamPlus this year. I'm very excited. Yes. I have been working at Indie Hero. We are kind of an accelerator for games here in Brazil. And this year we work also with Latam. So we had some games from Colombia and also some games from Bolivia. But now I'm trying to bring all this expertise we got in Indie Hero inside GameJamPlus to give an even better experience for all the jammers and all the organizers. So let's do it. So now we are opening our next edition, the 22-23 edition. And this is the time I would like to invite you all to participate in Jammers. But since I'm also working with the expansion team, I have to say, please become an organizer. Don't leave this task for anyone else. You can do it. So we're looking for organizers in different cities. We already have about 60 cities with us. Yes, you heard right, 60 cities. GameJamPlus is growing, and but we want your city too. So if your city is not together with us, that's a huge opportunity you're missing out. So please come and be our organizer. We will receive very happily everyone. So next one. So Now, let me tell you a little bit about what you're planning for this edition. So first, we will start with the warm up. We already did the warm up in other editions, but this warm up is a little bit different, a little more focused on the game industry. Then we'll have our game jam. That's where we got our super name. So it'll be like 48 hours immersion, and you're gonna produce a prototype of some game. After that, we're gonna go through incubation period. I will talk a little bit like Sandy, not me. Sandy will talk a little bit more about it since she's already a veteran on that. But then we have our continental finals with 5 major events that's gonna happen all over the world. Then we have the acceleration phase, and I'll talk a little bit more in detail about it later. But that's our specialization here at Indie Hero, the acceleration part. We'll go to our grand final, of course, as we did this year in Rio. We'll also have a Plus Award with all the awards and everybody that participated. So awesome opportunity, awesome prices. And we'll finish all that with the business round. So since we'll now have this acceleration part, with that, it is possible now to bring some publishers and investors for the end of this whole cycle that's going to take about 18 months. 8 months, not 18.
Yes. I have the same problem with numbers. I am like 1/8.
I lived a little bit in Germany, Sandy, and they do numbers very differently. So numbers, I think, is a problem in all the languages.
Well, I've noticed that if you change countries and you go to another countries and you have, I don't know, to count the coins on your purse, you're going to count in your native language. You're going to talk in, like, count in your mother language. So everyone had a lot of problems when in numbers we're speaking.
How was to count money in Brazil?
No, that was awful. I passed my credit card because once a friend teach me how, like, he never changes money because you always lost a little bit of money in the exchange, right? Because you have to pass your Colombian peso to dollars and then $2 to Brazilian peso, which is reales, and that's like you were losing money there. So he was like, everyone receive a credit card, and I was like, no, you're lying. Like, and now because of the pandemic, probably I paid my agua de coco, my coconut water, with my credit card, and I was like, I cannot believe that. Like, this is awesome. And yes.
So if you also wanted to have Sandy's problem, I think that's a good problem to have. You have to participate at GameJamPlus. So you can maybe come to Brazil and have this terrible problem of counting your money in another in another language.
I love the idea. Please
Yeah.
come. Well, like, all the activities that we have for the GameJamPlus and what we can do for you, it's like a super adventure that you shouldn't get lost there, because we're going to have 1,100 mentorships. We already have 110. Yes, my number is getting better. YouTube Live, 107 activities. Also, you have 22 panels. We have 21 talks, so you can also have a little bit of workshop over there. We will going to build a lot of web pages worldwide, and of course have a lot of on-site experience. And that kind of on-site experience, after the pandemic, we're super excited to tell you more about what we are going to be living here.
The person who did this slide, Sandy, was testing you. So like,
yeah, it's pure cruelty there. Like, numbers. Yeah. So, for the warm up, and it is like an awesome place to be. It's going to happen before the Game Jam Plus. So in September, we're going to start the activities for you to know a little bit more about the Game Jam Plus, like have all that hype energy there and be part of the Game Jam Plus. So we are going to have a little bit of exhibition of the games, free games over there, talks, releases. So you'll be able to know more about the game dev industry, your local game dev community, because you're probably already going to know the organizers of your location. If you don't present yourself as an organizer, maybe there's not going to be an organizer of your city. That's a really sad story. So be part of that. And of course, like having all the opportunity to be in those activities, that's going to take you to the next level of your game, because you're going to have the opportunity to, like, think a awesome idea. Of course, you have to do the idea inside the Game Jam Plus, because if you go there with a game that's already made, like, it doesn't have sense to make a jam. Like, we're only going to be making pitch rounds. And no. This is a game. Like, the super idea to be a commercial game there. So in the next slide, of course, we're already there. The Game Jam Plus, as it's like, this big gathering of developers with the goal to create a game that's not only going to be fun, but also going to be a developing idea, a commercial idea that's going to get you to the next level. So we're going to have 5 categories, a lot of mentors, pitches, and support to the local finals. And those numbers are kind of sexy, if you let me tell you a little bit more about it.
Just go about the numbers again. They're here again, Sandy.
Because it's not only about the prizes, it is about the journey that you're going to get once the jam finishes and you are one of the team that's the finalist of your country. And this is super, super important. We had countries that had finalists, but they didn't want to be part of all the activities of the Game Jam Plus, so they missed the opportunity to have their own game being pitched in Rio de Janeiro, to be pitched in Indie Hero and being there, like, in the spotlight of creation. And that's so sad for those developers that were like, oh, I should have. They already told us, like, I should have put a little bit more effort there to be in the talks and win the mentorships, because it was like pretty good material for us and to grow up our game. Super sad. And for the incubation, chan, every time that we are passing each stage, you're going to have like less games to be in the next stage, right? Because it is like I don't know how to say that word in, I don't even know how to say it in Portuguese. Embudo, like something that's
like a funnel.
A funnel. Yes, the word is funnel. Thank you very much. It was in the top of my tongue. And it is in that way because only the best are going to go to the final version of the Game Jam Plus. And of course, you have the opportunity to grow your game a lot. So we will have 100 games to be in this incubation part. And wow, like that's a really big number. You're going to be able to have mentorship with my pronunciation is better when I am drunk, I promise. But you're going to have mentorships with renowned industry professionals inside big studios that already have break the walls of imagination. Of course, you're going to have, of course, the team support staff of the Game Jam Plus trying to support you in all the steps that you're going to go there. You'll be able to improve and, well, put your game like better and better everywhere, because you are going to have all these professionals looking out to your project, and that's something that who's going to give you that for free? No, like, of course, nobody. That's why the GameJamPlus costs. Mentira. But the truth is that this improvement and enhancement of your game is going to be like super epic for the price that you're paying, which is in some places it's nothing, in other places it's only like one Big Mac. Like, that's awesome. And you have to the opportunity to compete for the Plus Regional Awards. So that's when we are going to see like which is the best game of Latam. I get super competitive in this part, Julie. I am like Colombia. Like in football,
We
maybe.
do need to see more Colombia there with us,
We are
getting
going
more prizes. We love Colombia.
we are going to see that. Yes,
You are very engaged, so
we
all
have
the
it.
engaged Colombia, come and do your part.
Yeah, and we are like in football, like when you are in soccer, like you get super competitive, even you don't know any of the players. You're like, yes, the red ones won. I am super competitive, and I don't know why. So that, I'm not a jammer, of course. I'm an organizer, so you wouldn't be competing with the crazy lady.
But you help the Colombians compete.
Oh yes, I motivate the team, and I do also motivate a little bit of Latam to be part of the GameJamPlus and all the initiatives that Tan Grande Jugando does, because I really love the game dev industry. Like, I am the game dev industry bride. I'm super proud of what are we developing here, like, clearly. So for the continental final, and this is super important. We have 5 continents, we have 5 regions, so we're going to have 5 events about this. We are going to have awards for those continental finals, and that means that we are going to travel to a specific location to give that. So that's kind of awesome. You'll be able to travel to the local place of your region to be in that continental final. That's so awesome. So you'll be
Super
able.
great. Super great. It's super awesome. Already excited about it.
I am making my crazy lady face now. So this is going to empower a lot of your game dev like ecosystem there. And of course, you're going to know more about your local game dev industry, and in terms not local of your country game dev industry, but local in your region industry. And you'll be able to participate in talks, and of course, I would say I like also a lot of showcase there, because you have to taste those games. I really hope you do. So, saying that apart, we are going to say that the continental final, it's already confirmed, gente. Like, we have to go to party in those locations. So
And then
it's
everybody's English is gonna be better.
yes. I hope like you start speaking a little bit of Spanish. Spanish is kind
Yeah.
of
Maybe even I will be fluent in Spanish.
yeah, you're
With
probably
some
going to
drink.
be. Yes, you'll have a lot of Colombians that you're going to be super, and it probably you're going to talk with our typical Spanish that something like that is our Spanish. No. Let's hope that doesn't happen, and you have the Bogota Spanish, but. So we have these events in each location. It's already confirmed. So I want you like to separate the date and to know that in March we're going to celebrate the local final for Asia, Brazil, and Africa. Those 3 locations are completely confirmed. And in April we're going to have the finals of Europe and Latam. This is super important. I, of course, I hope that I don't know, maybe we have the final in Latam in Cancun.
Who can tell? Who can say?
Who
No
can say?
spoilers.
Who can say? Maybe I'm a pythonist. I'm a witch.
You
And
all guys, you have to keep following us so you can know the secrets where the big semifinals are gonna be.
or maybe you can propose, like please propose in the comments where should we go to the final, and of each region. Like if you're from Asia, where should the final of the GameJamPlus be?
That's
I would
nice.
love it if it was in Colombia. I would love it in Cartagena. It is one of our historical cities. It was in Peru. I really love Lima, but I would say also like it would be awesome in the Machu Picchu region. Oh, super
Imagine.
gorgeous. Yeah. So you can, of course, propose our locations, but the dates are already separated. And now let's start talking about the acceleration. My heart is accelerating.
So for the acceleration, we will receive about 50 studios that are going to be accelerated. So we have some mentorships with renowned industry professionals. So we also do some case studies. So we get some studios that already received investment from someone, and they talk about their experience, how it went, how was negotiation and everything. But we also have a mentorship with how to do evaluation of your studio, like you a beginner, you is the first game you're launching maybe. So how to do the evaluation of the studio to see how much revenue share or how much equity you could give. So we're going to have a lot of mentorship on that, a lot of mentorship on documentation, for example. So what kind of documentation do you have to give a publisher and also an investor so they can go through your numbers and they understand everything you're proposing? So this kind of mentorship is the one that we're going to have very heavy on business focus. We also have some mentorships with some amazing negotiators. So we call professional negotiators to teach you how to negotiate. It's something that you should be totally prepared for. You never go to a negotiation without truly preparing for weeks, especially when it's about your game and the future of your company. So we also have a rating system that's going to be according to the industry criteria. So we have been doing that for some time now, and we understood what kind of criteria we should measure. So you get that with an awesome pitch. So you can get like your meeting with the publisher or your meeting with the investors. So you can talk a little bit more in detail later about your whole product. So we focus on preparing for investment. Of course, we never know if the investment is going to happen or not, but we have already some partnership with some publishers and some venture capitalists. Some people from GameJamPlus from other years already participated in our acceleration program, but now we're doing something special for GameJamPlus. Like we're integrating our program together with GameJamPlus because we want more from GameJamPlus. The games being made at GameJamPlus are awesome. They are a huge opportunity, and we totally want to bring everyone inside. So we also have a team professionalization and establishment of new studios. So we help you formalize yourself in our region. We'll give you some pro tips with the help, of course, of our amazing organizers. And also, it will be a chance to compete for the Plus Awards global prizes. So the global prizes were going to come after this acceleration.
Imagine that, like you've been only in a game jam of 48 hours, and then you jump to all of this, to this funnel, to be part of like the most top game there is for the biggest festival of game development. Like this is so awesome.
And then we get to our grand final. So The World Final with representatives from every continent, where the finalist games and studios are met to compete for first place worldwide in various categories. There we have, we did this year. It was awesome. It was here in Rio. I'm from Rio. It was super great to receive all people all over the world. Sandy was here with us. Sandy, can you tell a little bit about your experience when you were at the grand final?
I was like super amazed about everything that was happening there. So, for this year that have passed for the Game Jam Plus, the winner like had one trip, full cost pay to the final. And when I went there and have the opportunity to talk with the winners, to have also with other organizers, you are like opening your eyes about how big is the game dev industry in Latin America. But of course, for me, Rio de Janeiro and Brazil, it is a really big game dev industry. It's not like weird that the Women Game Jam, the Game Jam Plus are initiatives that are part of the Brazilian culture, because it is a really big culture of like creating awesome content and creating like beautiful pieces of art. And when I was in Rio, of course, like the weather is the best. I am in a city that, here you'll see like my on my a little bit jacket over here because I am freezing. I looking fabulous over here, but I am dying of cold.
Oh, I didn't know Colombia was so cold.
Well, it is because we have all the mountains of the Andes,
Oh, I
the
see.
Cordillera de los Andes, or in the middle of our country. So we have a lot of different kind of weather. But I would say, we don't know anything about what is seasons, and you, on the other hand, you know a lot of seasons. You have super hot or super cold weather, and we don't know anything about that because we are in the Ecuador line, so
Oh, I
we don't
see.
know seasons, and the weather for us
Cold
is
the
all
whole year.
consistent. Yes, in Bogota.
I
But
see.
you go to another gorgeous parts of my country and it is hotter. But I don't know, my life is here. I am dying of mucuses.
So if you want a warm weather, you have to participate and win so you can come to the grand final in Rio de Janeiro 2023.
I would say like the food, people, the food. I was like so happy to be eating in the buffets, and I'm probably like 4 pounds more, and everything was so delicious. Like they have a different type of the way that they prepare meat. They have a different type of how they prepare salads, and I am so happy to be eating like a lot. And acai
Acai. Yeah.
acai was my favorite
So
ice cream
maybe for
ever.
next year, we need to do some surfing tours and a little bit beach volleyball so you can burn like all the calories. We have
Please,
to include more sport in our in our
please,
program.
my belly is going to thank you.
Yeah, that's great. So
The final of the Game Jam Plus was also amusing, and like even I am an organizer and promoting the game dev industry, and I am helping in every way I can. I didn't know who were the winners of the Game Jam Plus, so you are going to
I
completely
also
be
didn't know.
surprised. Yeah, nobody
Yes,
knew. Nobody knew. It
nobody
was
knew.
super
Just the person who
secrecy.
did the videos knew. Like he was the not even
Yes.
Jan knew. Like
Yes, that's super awesome, and you will be able to have the opportunity to be amazed about the projects that you are doing, of course, because all of the journey that you have already made, the funnel journey that you have made, but also because of the games of your competitors. Like, always have the opportunity to know what is being developed in the other places. And we have the opportunity to go also to visit a little bit more about Rio de Janeiro, and to see how games are changing these like narratives of poverty. And we went to I don't remember the name already.
Nave?
La nave do
Yeah.
conocimiento.
Knowledge ship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my Portuguese died over there, but
Yeah.
knowledge ship. It's like Rio de Janeiro was for the Olympics was a location, right? And
Yes.
in the way that they took advantage of those locations and not like just let them die, they put it more of technology and knowledge there, and now they're teaching game development to kids. So in like 10 years, the best competitors that we're going to have in the game jam plus are going to be kids. Are going to be these Brazilian kids that are starting to work inside. Like, oh my god, it is super gorgeous experience, and let yourself be amazed of the local game dev community, of course. So
So
what
for the
happened?
business round,
Yes, what happened after that? Because
yes.
you go to the final, and then is there life after the game jam? I'm already a winner, I'm already a loser. What I can do with my life?
So thinking about our accelerator, we will have some opportunities here for the ones that we have 50 teams participating in the acceleration process, and we also have from these 50 we will select the ones that will participate in the business round. So we have national and international investors. For example, this year in Brazil, when we did a acceleration program, we have investors from Germany, Norway, South Arabia. Also have investors from Canada, from UK, from Chile, and also we had a lot of Brazilian investors. So as I said, we will help you prepare all this documentation that you have to present to investors. So you will learn how to do that. That's super important for your future as an independent game studio. We will do a lot of pitch preparation. So the pitch is super important because the pitch, even though it's just a 5 minutes presentation, is that 5 minute presentation that gonna get you the 1 hour meeting with the investor or the publisher. So it's like super important. You have an awesome killer pitch. It doesn't seem so important, but it is like the beginning of everything. So you need to like put a lot of effort to do a good pitch. If you do like a talk, a 20 minutes talk, that's easier than doing a 5 minutes presentation, even though the time is slow, because you have to condense all that, everything you want to say, and you have to really look what is the most important thing about your business that you need to say. So it's very hard to do a good pitch. We understand that, but we will mentor you through the whole process with personalized feedback during the whole process. So you get there and you have a killer, awesome pitch that you will be able to use, of course, here in this business round. But if you'll be able to use at GDC, Gamescom, and all the other games conference you decided to visit. Yes.
Like before we pass to other topics, that this is a really good question that we could have, and it is super necessary that to participate in this game jam, I'm an English speaker. The question is that.
Yes, no, actually not. For example, for this year, we have professionals presenters. So we have some people from Colombia, from Bolivia, from Costa Rica, and some of them, two presenters, they did not speak English, but they were still able to participate. They hired from the program a personal presenter, so that's a great opportunity for you to have a professional do, like you have to work to get your pitch us in Spanish or in whatever like language you're
You
coming
have.
from.
Yeah.
So you have to do that. So you have to build the structure, build everything. But for the final presentation, we can match you with a professional so you don't lose this opportunity. And you also have this video recorded of a professional pitching your pitch that you can show to everyone later if you have other meetings. So that's pretty cool too.
I would like to add that I saw it in person. I saw people that hadn't like the fluency to speak their language, right? Like, like you're pitching, you have to do it in 5 minutes, and you're like, this is my game, and you die there, right? And I saw it in my own eyes, Juliana saving the ass of one of the developers. We didn't understand the question that the investor was making, and the answer was easy. He was like asking why the name of the game is in Spanish if you are targeting to people that's around the world. Why do you put it in Spanish? And also why it's in Spanish when the culture that you're basing your game, it's also native speaker in English, right? And when like the answer was coming back, the answer wasn't good enough, and there was our superhero Julie over there. Woocha! Like, we can change the name and she answered like super easy that kind of questions, because she's super trained in that kind of negotiation, right? And so she's like,
Yes.
you're not going to be scared of that. You're going to
I have
flow.
been doing for about like 5 years answering questions for investors. So I got a little bit of experience on that, and it was my pleasure to help all the studios because the questionnaires are like investors can be mean when they do questions.
Of course.
Yeah, but
And
they're doing their
sometimes
job.
you're not prepared to answer. Like this
Yeah,
moment, she was defending the name. Like the name is this because the game is about that. In terms of like she didn't understand right the question, and our dearest gorgeous woman, golden woman, come like no. We are going to change. We can change the game once we have an investor. That was
yeah.
epic
It was
killing
a
over
pleasure
there.
to work with Love Forger. It was very good.
Yes, it was that game. So, you know
So
what? Like, you're not going to be alone for this. You're going to have experts over this, and you'll have the opportunity to be one of the top 50 and be in the business round with investors and publishers directly watching your game idea.
super cool. So for the communication, that was you, Sunny.
Ah, no.
Here.
But okay. I am like, ah. Okay, our official channels is that, well, this channel of YouTube where you're seeing our broadcast of today. We have our Instagram, and in Instagram you'll see our schedule announcement. In Discord, we are going to manage all the communication of the platform. So if you haven't had Discord experience before, don't worry, you're going to have it through the jam, but it's a good moment for you to start opening your Discord. So you are going to be able to have inside the Discord the game jam developing, right, with the topic and all the content, everything there. And some of the mentorships and events are going to happen also in the Discord. In the official site, you'll find information about the game jam, the categories, the rules, and of course the registration of the Game Jam Plus. And in your email, well, after you became a jammer, you'll find also information of the events, of how it's going to start your local edition. Maybe your local edition is not online, maybe your local edition is going to be on site, which is like super awesome opportunity to be again in a place with people, please. And we're going to have also some WhatsApp groups, and that's like to send you reminders or to communicate when the teams, the funnels start to work. We have to manage best communication to work for everyone. And we are going to publish our games in the 48 hours jam. It's going to be published in the itch.io. I say it in Spanish and in bad Spanish over there. Like itch.io, it's going to be your platform for you to start connecting with the game dev community. So there's where you are going to publish your game, and there's where all the information of your game is going to be uploaded each time you pass through the other categories and the other content that you are giving away. That's pretty awesome. And now,
And
if you are not convinced of all the information, like tell us what else we have to do. Because, this opportunity is like pure awesomeness. You're going to be able to be part of a game jam that's going to give you the opportunity to be in an incubator, an accelerator, business rounds. Like, what? And that's something that doesn't happen inside the game dev industry. This is pioneer invention of Brazil. And you have to understand that you can also use this to promote your local game dev industry. So of course, if you're an organizer, you cannot be a jammer because it would be like really weird that you are competitive over there. So it is important for you to share this video with everyone, to call everyone to this site, and let's spread the world and be my GameJamPlus. Chan, 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 chan. So we are now inviting our local venue organizers be part of the GameJamPlus. As a local venue organizer, you're going to be in charge of management of your local game dev jam, of course, and it is one per city. And we want a lot of cities over here. You'll be in charge of recruitment of your local volunteers. And of course, you'll be in charge of the guidance of the jammers. And you will say, okay, so as a volunteer, I'm going to do all of that. This is so pure awesomeness when you see like the benefits of being an organizer, because as a partner in this relationship, you are going to support your local game dev ecosystem. I know, like, it's something that you say like, this is not maybe something so important, but if you don't do it, who is going to do it? No. The crisis, existential crisis. No. So let's start to support your local game dev ecosystem. You're going to be recognized as a reference in the 5 continents in your area of expertise, because you're also going to be used probably as mentor or as someone that's going to be like in contact with other organizers of the world. You are going to, of course, increase your network. You're going to meet a lot of people, not only in your local game dev community, but in worldwide. My best friend is now in Africa. My other best friend is now in another place of Asia. Like, she's in Filipinas and I am here crying alone. And of course, you can connect with new project proposals. Being in this kind of industry, because you are connecting with a new network of people, job opportunities are going to pass a lot, like over there, all the time. And of course, you will meet new potential co-workers. Maybe you are going to make the next biggest studio in your country. You don't know because you haven't started the GameJamPlus. And being as an organizer in the GameJamPlus is going to connect you with other people around the world. And so it's a great opportunity for you to empower your local game dev community, and then of course to empower your own career. So let's go through the people that's already being confirmed, the locations that are already confirmed inside the GameJamPlus. Of course,
those are the ones that fill out the form.
Very important. Very important.
Yes.
If you haven't filled the form, but you say like, yes, I want to be a local partner, why is not my picture there? Because you haven't filled the form.
That's it.
Fill your form. So of course, Bogota, Colombia is there. We are working to have another cities, one in Bucaramanga and Medellin, to be part of our Game Jam Plus. We have Panama, we have South Africa, Durban, we have Portugal, we have Costa Rica, Filipinas. Mira, you can see now my best friend in Filipinas over there. We have, of course, different locations in Brazil. We have of South Africa too. We have Mexico and Quintana Roo. Probably we're going to have more locations in Mexico. You know, Mexico is a really big country, so I hope so. We have more. We repeat again, Mexico. We are going to have also in Zimbabwe. That's awesome. Portugal, Peru is joining again with a Colombian leader, of course. And you know what? Paola was also one of the jammers of the Game Jam Plus. She was the team winning of Colombia, and even though we were part of the finalists and we weren't part of the winners, we know like all the stuff that we live there. It make Paola take the decision to empower more of Latin America there. So we have also Slovakia, Suiza, Sven, of course, Brazil, more Brazil, Macedonia, Namibia, and Argentina working inside the Game Jam Plus. And we want you to be part of this list. We want you to be growing a lot over here. We have also more of Brazilian
From Brazil.
developers. Huh?
We have more Brazil, a little bit
Yeah, we
more
have
Brazil,
like
and then a little bit more Brazil.
Brazil, and probably Brazil, you know.
Yeah.
But are different cities there. So you're going to have Sao Paulo, you're going to have Goiás, Sao Luz, Cana. I am not reading that. Help.
Let me see here. So São Paulo, Caruaru.
Caruaru.
Caruaru. A new word for you in Portuguese.
I'm going to practice my Portuguese because I am definitely going to the final of the Game Jam Plus. I want to see your games over there. I want to see your locations, and maybe it's something like it's super scary to start. Like, you know, I haven't been in a game jam. I don't know how to organize this. You have someone here that's going to guide you to do that too. So, but of course, the biggest step is that you want to be part of that. That's the biggest step. Once you decided being part of that, you're going to kill it. You're going to make it like pure evilness going through that. And saying all of that, like, please be part of our Game Jam Plus. I want you to be my friend. So I'll be able to cry for
Let's
you.
meet.
Yes.
Come and join us. Fill the form to join us, please. It will be opening subscriptions at 23rd August. So everyone that already filled the forms are going to receive the Eventbrite link first, so they can already begin to bring people inside for the jam and bring the jammers in. So we are hoping to get more organizers. We're hoping you fill the forms. It's bureaucracy, but it's really necessary when we're doing a jam with like 1,500 people and like 8 cities or something. It's very important to fill the form.
Please do it, because at the end of the day, if you want a good picture in your form, you have to put it yourself. Like I said my worst picture before. Sorry, team. Thank you for helping me a lot. And I have to say again, thank you very much for all the people that it is behind the Game Jam Plus. You know, we want you to be part of this game jam because it is something that it is changing the game dev industry, is empowering a lot of game dev communities. But if you are not part of this, who's going to be part of this, right? Like, you are the one that can change this story. You are the one that can empower your local game dev community. So thank you very much for the organizers of the Game Jam Plus. And of course, I extend you again an invitation to participate in this edition as a jammer. Like, oh, as a jammer, people. Go
It
there, go
was
there.
very nice to meet you all. Come, please be our plus one. We are waiting for you here and waiting for you also in the finals so we can meet and be friends.
Yes. What can we be friends?
That was awesome, Sandy. Thank you very much for taking us.
No, thank you. And you say like, I am pretty bad with people. I am so boring. That's a lie. That's a lie.
I have difficulty to talk for a long time. Google Meet.
See you.
It's been so long since I got so close to someone. I know this ain't love, but let me stay a while. And pull me closer tonight. Keep holding my hand. I know this ain't love, but let me stay the night. I said let me stay a while. 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 I said let me stay a I said let me stay a I said let me stay No, no, I don't need a degree to know this ain't love at first sight. 'Cause I know how this works, I got my ABCs right.